So RFEDS, the rigged feds are snatching up LeBron James and other RBA players' phones, including Laker players. Bruh, they snatching up phones like your girlfriend when she suspects you of cheating or thinks that you're on Instagram scrolling, hearting other females' pictures with your sneaky self. Who's calling my phone? Who's calling my phone? Who's calling that shit? Who's calling my phone? Who's calling that shit? Who's calling my phone? Who's calling that shit? Is it Bronny? Is it Maverick? Is it Rich Paul? Is it Lebron? Is it Damon? What up the function? What up the function? Look, confiscated James. But it's being reported that the RBA are taking players' phones and looking into players' emails when it pertains to illegal sports betting and gambling. But here's what's being reported. So this post is per Courtside Buzz via Sam Amick and The Athletic. And the report reads, the RBA is asking for the phones and emails of at least 10 Laker employees, including 2 of LeBron James' associates, as part of its investigation into illegal gambling. It goes on to say the RBA asked multiple teams, including the Los Angeles Lakers, to hand over documents and property as part of its investigation into illegal sports gambling. 2 of LeBron James' associates are among those cooperating. So I'm gonna be honest, I have very little hope and faith, no Evans, in the American judicial system or the American government or the feds, whoever. I just feel like the RBA is just so corrupt and compromised from the bottom level to the top level. And if any of you know anything about the Freemasons, the fraternity, the higher ups, the higher you're ranked and the higher you get within the fraternity, you're pretty much locked in. You have unlimited connections and resources to judges, the best lawyers, the DA, etc. So when they say that, oh, well, LeBron James have 2 associates who are cooperating, I hope that they snitch. But it's one of those, I have to see it happen to believe it, so to speak. Because I've seen LeBron James constantly get off so many times. So if these so-called people who are cooperating mysteriously come up missing, I wouldn't be surprised. But when I seen how the Diddy trial played out and how Jay-Z and Beyonce and LeBron James' names were mentioned in that case, it's like their names just went away and it was never brought up again. Even in the LeBron James steroid case, they talking about they looked into it and did an investigation and didn't find anything. And I'm like, well, look again. I mean, what you had Stevie Wonder look into the case? Because of course he ain't gonna find nothing. Because he's blind, sir. LeBron James, this man literally been playing for 23 years straight. No retirement, no nothing. All the wear and tear on his body. Running up and down the floor like he done drunk 6 Red Bulls and 2 cups of Folgers coffee. On top of the fact that he probably got ADHD. LeBron James has been in the league since I was about 11 or 12 years old. And I'm 33, about to be 34 in January. Like, let that sink in, people. And he's still putting up big numbers and still able to run up and down the floor without hardly busting a sweat. And I get it. People saying, oh, well, LeBron James, he's washed up. LeBron James, he's showing signs of slowing down, blah, blah, blah. But he still shouldn't be able to run up and down the floor at the pace that he's running at that age. I get it, he don't play defense, but he can still move, ladies and gentlemen. And then you look at the Jeffrey Epstein case and how they're targeting Donald Trump when us so-called truth seekers who are in the so-called conspiracy theorist community, we've been heard about the Epstein list way before Donald Trump was even elected. And even we heard that names like the likes of Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, Beyonce, a lot of people's favorite celebrities were on that list, allegedly. But it's like, if you're on a certain side, you're in the clear. And sorry for getting off topic, but at the end of the day, it's just like LeBron James, the side that he's on, he can do no wrong. Him being associated with the boule and the powers that be, it seems like LeBron James has far too much power within the league. And the powers that be, it's like nothing is never going to happen. The RBA is clearly rigged, people, or should I say scripted. because rigged is just a cover-up word for being scripted. Players are purposely throwing games because they have to follow a script. The mob being tied into everything and them supposedly threatening players and threatening referees, trust me, y'all, it's all a distraction. It's just a cover-up to the fact that it's been scripted through the numbers all along. And that's why we had AI the player. And now AI has taken over the world. Artificial intelligence I'm talking about. But the reason they showed us AI, Allen Iverson, was for predictive programming. And I wouldn't be surprised if Allen Iverson has a microchip in him. He had a microchip in him this entire time. But anyway, this is why LeGamble James is sitting out. Now we know why LeGamble James is sitting out. It ain't because of no sciatica. Do I think that Maverick Carter and Damon Jones illegally gambled and LeBron James was secretly in on it? Absolutely. And hopefully somebody is in that interrogation room snitching because we need to see justice. LeBron James needs to go to prison. Needs to go to prison. All these people in the world are gambling and spending their hard-earned money. Some people are doing more than 40 hours a week. Some people have more than one job, paying bills. They're spending their money on betting, hoping to win big. But the whole time, it's scripted. The RBA and the higher-ups, y'all already know the outcome. But they going into these players' phones, and I'm pretty sure that these players then got heads up in advance that the feds were coming. And I'm pretty sure that they deleted all the evidence.